I do want to give a shout out to our French viewers today and those who celebrate because today is the national day. It is Bastille Day, which
Oh yeah, I saw a
commemorates
little bit
July
about that.
14th, 1789, in the storming of the Bastille. I have a quick blurb I want to read here about Bastille Day.
Oh,
And
all right.
so it's the common name given in English-speaking countries, the National Day of France, celebrated on Le 14 Juillet every year. La Fête Nationale is used more often in the press. Fête de la Fédération. Um, Basically, storming of the Bastille, reformist and conservative factions were clashing, struggled to resolve an economic crisis. And yeah, I mean, that you can all read about it yourself, but that's basically what happened on July 14th. It's basically the birth of a modern day republic, and a lot of countries around the world celebrate it, even the United States. And there are at least 20 cities in the US that have an annual celebration of Bastille Day, including my hometown of Sacramento. We do waiter races.
Waiter races.
Yeah, with a street festival as well.
Wait, are waiter
It's
races
really
like where
cool.
you like run with a tray of drinks?
Mhm.
Hmm, interesting. Have you worked as a server before? Waiter, server, whatever you want to call it. Oh, you're frozen for me at least. Oh, there you
I'm
are.
not. Mhm. I'm not.
Hmm, frozen again.
That's you.
Hmm. Oh,
Restart it. That's you.
what?
It's your end. That's
Um,
not my end.
well, I'm looking at Substack's video and you're freezing on that.
Hmm.
L says no, Sturge is frozen.
What?
That's what she says. That's what she said.
I don't even see anything in the chat right now.
Oh, really? Well, it must be on your end because there, L is talking in the chat and Alexi.
Did Alexi say I'm frozen too?
Um, Alexi says Afin Twix video. I don't know. I don't know what that was saying. What that means, but
Mhm. I'm gonna keep going. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what I don't know what to say or do at this point. It's
yeah, I mean, sometimes it I mean, you're fine right now, so
okay. Um, usually you're the
oh,
one who
you
can't see the chat, and this time it's me.
yeah, you ready? Grandma just came in.
Oh, I
We're
love you,
ready,
Ready
Grandma.
Grandma. Yep, I love you, Ready Grandma. Okay. Anyway, so I mentioned Bastille Day.
Yeah,
Um, Le 14
we
Juillet. Um, I don't know. Uh, I think we should move on to our next thing. Because I did want to give a shout out. My boyfriend, my partner of over 12 years, his birthday is on Thursday.
happy birth. No, we won't sing.
To Michael, come on, sing it.
No, it's not his birthday. I don't want to. I don't want to sing until
He was about
Thursday.
to sing "Happy Birthday" to you, right, Mike. Oh.
We had
um.
one at the restaurant I worked at. My favorite one to sing. We had like several songs. When somebody had a birthday, we'd go out and sing and whatnot. And whoever was at that table got to choose whatever song we sang. My
Mhm.
favorite one was "This is your birthday song. It isn't very long." Hey,
That's cool.
because we usually didn't like to sing to people. It was just, uh, you know. So I just always picked the shortest one.
Huh.
That's what a lot of servers did.
That's cool.
Sarah SMR says, "Love the glasses, guys."
Oh, thanks, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. So, did you see your comment in the chat?
I did not.
Oh, well,
I
it
mean,
did
if
show
it
up.
posted, it posted. If it posted, it posted, but I didn't see it.
Yeah, it
You
did.
know what I could do? I could leave for a minute and come right back. Would you have to re-invite me?
Maybe, but I can do that
Mm.
if you want to do it. It's up to you.
I do want to see the chat, but
Oh, Jim Mercurio is here today.
yeah. Hi, Jim. It's good to see you
Well, Jim, we haven't really
hanging out with us.
discussed the topics yet. So,
We're getting there.
we talked about Bastille Day so far.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and read this news story really quick because this is some good news today for the LGBTQ community. Trump backs off his attempt to nationally ban hospitals from providing trans care. This is a victory for both trans right activists and mainstream medical associations, written by Alex Bollinger, he, him, July 14th, 2026 at 9:30 a.m. Eastern. The Trump administration is backing off an attempt to force hospitals across the country, even those in blue states, to stop providing gender-affirming care to trans minors, in a victory for trans rights and for the medical associations that opposed the proposed rule. In December, the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, which is directed by political appointee Mehmet Oz, announced a proposed rule to ban any hospital in the United States from getting funding through Medicare or Medicaid if they provide transgender health to minors. Medicare and Medicaid account for about 45% of hospital revenue in the U.S., and one expert said that losing that funding would be a death sentence for any hospital. If the rule were implemented in force, hospitals would likely stop providing gender-affirming care to trans youth. But an official document obtained by NPR this week shows the administration backing off the new rule. It's a victory for people who are defending the rights and interests of trans people, former Department of HHS General Counsel Sam Bagenstos told NPR. But I don't think it indicates a more general retreat from the aggressive posture of the Trump administration towards the trans community. The proposed rule received over 30,000 public comments in the past 7 months, including comments from the AMA and the Children's Hospital Association, pressing CMS to drop the rule. Major medical associations back gender-affirming care for trans youth as the standard for care for gender dysphoria, as it has been shown through research to be life-saving and effective. They refuse to comment on the withdrawal of the proposed rule, saying it does not comment on future rulemaking or speculate on potential actions. The Trump administration rejects ideologically driven surgical interventions on vulnerable children, the agency's statement continued. While surgery is rarely a part of gender-affirming care for trans minors, only some older teens who meet stringent requirements can at times access surgery. Republicans tend to focus on it and say that children as young as 5 years old are getting operated on. The point is to spread misinformation in order to drum up public opposition to such health care. I guess I can finish this. There's not much more. The federal government often uses the threat of losing Medicare and Medicaid funding to enforce policy measure on hospitals and states, but Bagenstos, who is now a professor of law at the University of Michigan, pointed out that these conditions of participation have historically been limited to basic health and safety standards, not imposing ideological policies. The proposed rule would have changed that, since it was focused on banning certain types of people from accessing certain medical interventions that would still be available to others in an attempt to impose the president's view of what sex and gender are. It violates the Medicare Act, which says that Medicare and Medicaid can't be used to control the practice of medicine within the state. States get to regulate the practice of medicine. Nevertheless, Supreme Court has ruled or issued several anti-trans rulings in the past 2 years, including a ruling against trans youth healthcare access in U.S. versus Skrmetti. The Supreme Court has been very deferential to the Trump administration. Trans people often experience gender dysphoria, distress caused by one's body not aligning with one's gender identity, going through the wrong puberty, e.g., getting breasts as a boy or wide shoulders and a deep voice as a girl, can affect a teen's mental health. Conservatives argue that they want trans youth to wait until they're adults and sometimes well into adulthood before making any changes to their body, but the permanent changes that come with puberty start well before legal adulthood. Alexa, a trans woman from Indiana, described how uncomfortable she felt in her own skin. When she was in high school, knew that she was transgender. She said that her gender dysphoria led to an attempt to take her own life. In the weeks before I came out, I laid awake at night begging God to kill me because I was afraid I wouldn't be accepted or loved for who I am. But she was supported by her family after she told them that she's trans, and she was able to get her care, which involved hormone therapy. Since I had started gender affirming hormone therapy, my mental health improved. My struggles with suicidal ideation started to disappear into the background like a sunset on the beach. I wanted to live. I wanted to go on. I could finally envision myself growing old. The hormones didn't change my brain. They changed my body to finally match my brain. And the more I saw the real me in the mirror, the more my anguish faded. Gender affirming healthcare literally saved my life. What thoughts do you have on this, Brandon? I think you and I are both very vocal proponents of gender affirming care in the trans community. So I would assume that we're both on board with a similar opinion here.
Yeah. It's a step in the right direction, but like you said, it doesn't reflect what this Trump administration still feels, how the Trump administration still feels about it.
And many supporters of the administration as well.
Right.
Enabling him. Yeah, that's pretty much all we can really say on that. I mean, gender affirming surgery is important for people to live a complete life. They need to be able to live authentically the way they see themselves, and it's important to support that.
Husky Christians, Serge.
Husky Christian, you said?
Pesky.
Oh, pesky Christians, yep. Oh, I finally see a comment from Ben. Are you going to discuss the sentient squirrel phenomenon and which Pop-Tarts are the best? We could take a moment out of this. So Rick and Morty had to leave that universe, so it's okay. As long as you don't fuck with squirrels, it's fine. And double stuffed blueberry Pop-Tarts. And then you gotta put butter on them. Have you ever put butter on a Pop-Tart?
I have not, and I haven't had any of the double stuffed ones. I might have had blueberry before. Yeah. My favorite though is the brown sugar and what's it called? Brown sugar and cinnamon.
That's the one Elle just said. She said, "Oh, tittle whiskers! I love Pop-Tarts. The brown cinnamon sugar are the best."
Well, Elle, I agree with you. Actually, there were a couple
I was making a Family Guy reference when I said butter on a Pop-Tart. I'm pretty sure Jayhawk might have picked up on that, but he also said that butter on a Pop-Tart is an orgasm in your mouth.
Oh my!
You know what else is an orgasm in your mouth, Jayhawk?
An actual orgasm?
Oh. Yeah. I was gonna say that, but
well, there were a couple of comments, a couple of questions before, and one of them also was from Ben. Are you going to talk about which dog foods you definitely shouldn't eat, and which ones are sometimes okay to?
I would say Alpo's okay.
I don't know. I haven't looked. I don't know Alpo's ingredients, but there are a lot of them that have a lot of fillers and stuff. So I would recommend like Purina One is a good one. Blue Buffalo. It doesn't have any corn, wheat, soy, that kind of stuff. So basically,
you're mentioning all the dog food brands you buy for yourself regularly, right? Because you can't afford food.
I buy cat food. We have to share. Me and my cats have to share. So I don't buy the dog food. But
do you cut them into little pieces so that you can have enough?
Yeah. Well, it's kibble. So I eat it as cereal. It helps to put milk on it. But
oh, definitely. And since we're on this topic of questions, I kind of want to change the formatting here. I know we usually do the fan mail at the end, but did you get any fan mail questions today? Because I did.
Oh, I put out that note yesterday, but I didn't get any responses from that.
I did. Hold on. Okay. So when you said anything, I got some pretty. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, let me just go ahead and start. So I got this question. I know it's a little gross, but so I think we should address it.
What
Go
was
ahead
it?
and start because I'm pretty sure you.
You're freezing and breaking. I didn't get that. Whatever you said.
The audience here.
Rosen.
Can the audience hear me now?
Oh, yeah. Ben says, hilarious time for you to cut out. It's like, yeah, because you were like, so go ahead and answer. I'm like, I didn't hear any of that question.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I said, when you bought them, how do you prepare? That's the question. So they're asking, how do you prepare?
Oh,
And I said, I'm sure you have plenty.
gosh.
I said, I'm sure you have plenty of experience with this.
Oh, man.
Well, since you eat cat food and not real human food, it should be easier for you.
Yeah. So, I don't know how deep to go with this one, but
Well, they really want to know. They're genuinely curious because they want to try it.
well, there are several different ways you can use a douche. You can. A lot of people don't eat like like the whole day before they're going to do it. I always make sure I don't know how specific we get with this. We haven't gotten this
You said
graphic.
anything. You kind of.
I know, I
Put
did.
this on yourself.
That's why I said, like, at the end of it, I was like, should I have even said that? So I will clean the area very thoroughly in the shower and make sure I defecate earlier in the day, like bore the shower. I shave the area. Anything else? I guess
Well, I don't
that's
really
it.
have anything to add. Yeah.
Bring lube.
I don't really have anything to add here because I don't really bought them.
Have you ever?
I mean, yeah, but I'm
Oh,
a cop, so
well,
I don't know. I mean, I don't care about messy bottoms. You can shit on me and I'll still keep going.
Ew!
Michael's looking at me.
oh, Ben said, oh, no, that's about the dog food. Never mind. He said, thank you
Yeah.
for touching on that one. I was worried you wouldn't address it. I'm at the supermarket. Well, that's good. If you go to the pet aisle, look for Blue Buffalo or Purina One. Those are pretty good ones. Oh, another question earlier was by Alexi. Says, is topic depression cake. I made depression cake a few days ago on a live video. So that's what he was asking about there.
Okay. Wow. Okay. So I can't believe you said anything because this is another one.
Oh, no.
It sounds like no. I did I tell
I
this
think
person
you're.
about their. No. This is somebody. This was anonymous. I think because it doesn't have
Of
their
course
name
it
next
was.
to it. It doesn't have their name next to it, and I'm like,
I think the name is Sturge.
No, this isn't.
Oh.
So they said I'm straight, but I've been curious lately to know if gay anal sex between two men hurt. So they want to know if it hurts when you have gay sex.
The first time, yeah.
And so I guess what the question is it normal for it to hurt?
Yeah. I would say. I mean, well, I think that's the same for a man and a woman, though. The first time, it's always going to be there's always going to be some pain involved.
I mean, I think
But
if you're doing it right, it shouldn't hurt that much.
well, I think it will. Well, actually, it depends, I guess, on like how big the guy is, and if you're using. Well, you should be using lube, but
Mhm,
if you don't, that's gonna make it more painful.
mhm.
Um, yeah, I mean, I guess if it's like the guy with the world's smallest penis, that's not gonna hurt.
No, that's like, yeah, I don't know if you read my comment, but I say he should be bottoming.
Oh yeah, I haven't responded to that yet, but I saw it.
Uh, all right. I say we move on from the fan mail. You didn't have anything else?
Um,
No, I mean like
well, as
you
far
didn't have
as
nobody sent you
oh,
questions.
I didn't get any. I got a couple likes on that one, but nobody actually responded to it. So there
We'll
you go.
eventually get more, I'm sure. I think they feel
Yeah,
more comfortable sending those kind of questions to me if you say anything.
I'm gonna be careful about saying anything next time.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I kind of wish you would have went a little more into detail about how you prepare for this. So
Well, I don't know. Well, I guess I could have gone into greater detail. I just didn't want to get too
graphic,
graphic
yeah.
with it.
Mm.
So, especially with Ben at the supermarket, I don't know if he's got his earbuds in or if he's just like got
Well,
it on
Ben's in
speakerphone. And
there. Ben's in there buying some salad for his tossed salad later.
yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know if he's even still here or not, but
he'll be tossing salad. Um,
mm,
so now the next part of this is we're gonna go ahead and read one of our stories from either Medium or Substack, and I already have one ready. But you can start if you want.
well, I was going to read the one that I just referenced
Okay.
about the man with the world's smallest penis.
Oh, that was a good one.
So I went to Oklahoma, not this past weekend, but the weekend before. But we were listening to, I can't remember what the program was called, but it was like kind of, it was a comedian. I don't know, I don't remember his name, but he does these like funny news stories and stuff. And one of them was about the man with the world's smallest penis. So I looked it up and got the story and everything and decided to write a little bit about it.
Mhm.
So I titled it Man with World's Smallest Penis Needs Your Money. So Michael Phillips wants a procedure that costs about $20,000. That's including post surgery, medication, travel, lodging, and all that. He suffers from a condition known as micropenis or microphallus. It's not a joke. He really does, and that's actually what it's called. I'm not sure who first termed the condition, but why did they have to name it micro? Put micro in the name. It just seems like it's rubbing it in. Interviews and multiple news articles have featured this 38-year-old virgin. How do I know he's a virgin? Well, let's break it down. He claims that his penis is 0.38 inches, which is less than half an inch, shorter than a Vienna sausage, shorter than a AAA battery, shorter than most pencil toppers, like the one I put in the photo in the article. Oh, I should have. Oh, I've got it right here. So
That's small.
that's the pencil topper. It's it's a tiny little penis. But um where was I? Oh, even shorter. Oh, it's even shorter than the diameter of a quarter. There's no freaking way he could have sex. I don't know much about the vagina, but I'm pretty sure that a penis that small won't get past the labia, if that's the right term. When first hearing this story, I felt bad for him because our genetics endow us with particular qualities and features, whether we like them or not. To change them usually requires a lot of money, usually accompanied by a lot of strife, bullying, depression, and such. But by being so public about it, he's either really brave or a glutton for punishment. What really might cause me to hesitate to donating to his phallus fund is that he admitted to sending unsolicited dick pics to some women. One of them was a woman he argued with online, calling her fat. I don't think someone like him should be judgmentally pointing digits at anyone. So if he receives the enlargement surgery, he'll stop sending unsolicited dick pics, right? Yeah, sure he will. I don't usually poke fun at anyone's physical features because many times they can't do anything to change them. But sending unsolicited dick pics to women makes it kind of difficult to empathize. He's also putting himself out there, proclaiming he has the smallest penis, and he's challenging other guys, to see how their members stack up. I guess the reasoning is
this guy isn't secretly gay. But go ahead.
I guess, like, by challenging them, he's like kind of saying, well, if anybody deserves this enlargement surgery, if anybody deserves the money for it, it's the winner or wiener of the teeny weeny contest. So after seeing his picture, he sort of strikes me as a guy who might go around cutting off guys' penises in retribution for his bad genetics, but we won't judge a book by its cover. He claims the main reason he needs the surgery is that he's got to wear adult diapers because he has trouble urinating. I'm sure that's the reason. But I just don't know why having a pene pequeña affects the ability to pee properly, but I'm not a doctor. I only play one in the bedroom. Some surgeries come with the risk of erectile dysfunction. So let's think about this. I think we've established that even when erect, no sex is occurring. Erectile dysfunction seems like a pretty small concern and probably worth the risk, wouldn't you think? When the diameter of one of your balls is bigger than your actual penis, that's a pretty major dysfunction. So for those of you rooting for the little guy, there's good news. His target goal for his GoFundMe was $6,000, but he's raised over $12,000. In short, he may never have a bratwurst, but a cocktail weenie is better than nothing.
Oh my God. That's too great. That's so great. Mine's not going to be nearly as good as yours, but I picked out my my experimental haiku sonnet about the campground that I wanted to read. I think you read this one, Brandon.
Which one was that?
Gentle Valley Campground. This was the poetry haiku sonnet, East meets West.
Oh, okay.
So a sonnet, as you know, is it's a stressed and unstressed, but usually they're like 14 lines. Mixed it with a haiku's 575. So I don't have to explain it, I'll just read it. Our coach camped below a gentle valley shelters where calm waters flow. The wind strike the hills, large trees obscure stronger gales, a shield on the hills. Old leaves sway at night. We watch the maelstrom unfold, a fine epic sight. The air feels warm here. The seasons change. The time has come. End of camp is near. We'll miss this camp's safe embrace, but warmly greet a new place. Editor's note. I put this poem through multiple edits, even after publishing, when I realized I was getting pretty liberal on my syllable counts in each stanza. Now I've left the rhyming and the counts correct, which I do. So that was fun. That was fun. Doing East meets West, 575, 575, 575, and doing that for 14 lines. Following the sonnet rhyming pattern.
I've never heard that kind of form, I guess.
What did you thought it was kind of cool, or?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I like poetry. I like looking at or trying different forms and different devices. So yeah, I always like learning about different new ones.
I'm
So yeah, it's
literally
something I would try.
I'm literally East meets West embodied because I'm European and Asian. So,
Oh yeah.
all right. Well, we read our stories now. The next part of this, we were going to go ahead and share our stories from the week and then do our silly summaries. So, if you haven't
Oh,
seen this
by the
video
way,
before, guys, yeah.
before Joe said one of the best lovers she ever had has no oral sex needed. It was a man with 1.5 inches. So
Well, then I
small
said
isn't
at least one and
always
a
a
half
bad thing.
inches. At least 1.5
Oh,
inches
I
can
didn't
get
see. Yeah,
past the hole. And then I
right,
said
right.
point
Yeah,
three
I
seven
saw that
inches
one.
wouldn't even get in. Hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I don't see it happening.
Mm-mm.
But okay. Anyway, sorry. Do
Yeah.
you want to go with yours or you want me to
Well, yours is shorter, so we'll start with yours, and then I can go ahead and
mine
summarize it.
my let's get this specific. My story is shorter. We were just talking about the penis
Oh no,
size, so
you're
I don't
definitely
want to get
you're definitely a little
no.
bigger than 0.37 inches.
I am yeah. I don't want to get
Damn, Sturgill.
so let's see what happened.
I got a punch.
I haven't really I took my trip to Oklahoma last week and then so I made I did a video on I did a product review video about prebiotic Pepsi and
Oh,
M&M's Popped.
huh?
Have you ever heard of either of those things?
No.
They're pretty
Explain what
new.
those are. Yeah.
Okay, so prebiotic Pepsi is kind of like Pepsi Zero, but it's got prebiotics added to it. So a
Mhm.
regular can of Pepsi has like 41 grams of sugar and uh was it 150 calories? Maybe it's more than that. Can't remember.
It's
But
like somewhere around there,
a
140, 150.
yeah, so a prebiotic Pepsi only has 4 grams of sugar and has no um artificial sweeteners. And this one it's a cherry vanilla also. So that kind of helps with it. But so prebiotics, if you're not familiar, prebiotics feed the good bacteria in your gut and promote gut health.
Do we actually mean probiotics?
Now, probiotics are the good gut bacteria, but prebiotics feed the probiotics.
Oh, okay.
So you need, so you don't have to have probiotics in your system because your gut already has some good bacteria in it. So the prebiotics feed that healthy gut bacteria. But probiotics are in things like usually yogurt has live cultures in it, probiotics, but the prebiotics feed that. So anyway, if you're looking for something a healthier option, like if you're trying to cut out soda from your diet or whatever, prebiotic soda would be a good option. But anyway, that's one of them. And the other one was completely unhealthy. It was M&M's Popped. So they take these caramel M&M. Have you ever had the caramel M&Ms?
Hmm.
I love those. They're really good. But
Yeah.
so they take the caramel M&Ms and freeze dry them and they pop open and they're like split. I don't know. They still have the shell, but they're like it's almost like popcorn where they're like not completely inverted, but just pop open so they
Hmm.
break. So the inside is like it's kind of crunchy instead
Oh,
of the caramel where you chew it or
like
whatever.
softball.
It's yeah, it's like um kind of airy and crunchy.
Hmm.
But they're really good. They're kind of cool. So I saw them not too long ago on an app. So I thought I'd try them out. But I found them at Walmart. The caramel ones are the only ones I've seen. I don't know if they have them in other versions or not. But
Mhm.
so I did that video, and then I did a video on making a depression cake.
Mhm.
So and I've been working on my freelance projects outside of that.
Okay.
And that's pretty much it, I guess.
All right. So let me see if I can do this hilarious recap some justice here.
Hmm.
So you tried weird soda, weird candy, and you're basically telling anybody you're ready to you're getting ready to off yourself. Am I anywhere near the ballpark?
Wait a minute. Oh, the depression. Yeah, I get it. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, I kind of joked with the depression cake because I was like, I started off like acting really depressed. I was like, well, I guess you got to be depressed to make this cake. But obviously, it's
Mhm.
about the Great Depression. And
Wait. Hold on. Let me ask though. Is that cake a cry for help for real?
no.
Okay, good.
No,
We
actually,
want you. We want you to stay alive, buddy. We need
I
you.
use this. There's this cookbook that I have that's a bicentennial cookbook. It's from 1976, and it's 50 years old this year. And so I decided I'd make some recipes from it since it's now 50 years old.
Mhm.
Oh, Brain says I looked at a pic of the popped M&Ms. They look like M&M
Cronenberg.
Cronenbergs. I don't know what
Mhm.
Cronenbergs are.
You got to look it up. I know what he's talking about.
I've never heard of Cronenbergs. Okay, I'm gonna have to look up Cronenbergs. Okay, well, I'm looking up Cronenbergs. I guess you can.
I'll start mine.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not going to get into too much detail what happened in terms of the actual details of what happened the other day, but yesterday I got into a huge fight with my partner. Yeah, no, I know Rick and Morty. I made a Rick and Morty reference earlier. I don't know if anyone caught it. Um uh oh shoot, what was it? Oh yeah. Had a big blow up and argument and kind of like a meltdown with my partner. Threw everything I could in my corner at him, including my wallet, which is really heavy, and hurt him. We started talking about what's important now, what we need to start doing to make each other happy, not so frustrated, and how we can meet each other's needs and communicate better. Uh, I need to seriously figure out what my priorities in life are right now. It's been 54 days since my ankle injury, and I am still just not. It's not happening. But I did get my Lyrica from the pharmacy yesterday. I was able to get into town and get that, so maybe that'll help with some of the nerve pain associated with the injury. Um, oh, another thing I wanted to bring up from this week is my partner made us some big crab. You know the imitation crab?
Yeah.
The stuff you get in the store, like the chunk or the like.
It's like salad and stuff. That's what it actually is.
He made like a crab salad sandwich in an Italian loaf, and it was amazing. Hi, Robes. Yeah, so that's basically all.
It's dill flavored.
Dill flavored. Oh, because you put that dill stuff on it. I thought you were gonna say something that this reference I heard the other day from Stefan Pashek, the one you talked to, or how do you say his last name? Is it Pashek?
Pasek.
It's Pasek. Okay. I thought so. I just couldn't. I thought maybe there might be like a different pronunciation there, but he was talking about how he tried dildo. It was black dildo, and yeah, that was a little awkward when just hearing that casually because he had a black dildo in his mouth. But anyway, yeah, no, that was something he tried, and somebody heard him say he had a black dildo in his mouth, and it was awkward and funny. But no, I mean we had dill in our sandwiches. Okay, go ahead. That's the end of my story. So you can go ahead and summarize that.
Okay, so in
You actually more
summary,
You actually know more details of the actual thing I told you because I told you yesterday in confidence.
Right.
Mhm.
So basically, you're trying to get your priorities straight because you had crabs for 54 days and um, it's affecting your ankle.
Wow, those
And
are powerful crabs.
and it's a really big deal.
I love it. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Yeah, I like that. And both of our stories were pretty good. Even though you said you didn't have much to say, you had enough to say. You at
Yeah,
least we know
I
you're gonna
tried to
be around for a while.
expand on it.
At
Yeah,
least we know you're
yeah,
gonna be
that
around for a
too.
while. No depression
Yeah,
cake. Okay.
yeah.
Oh, depression cake. Speaking of depression cake, since it's Mike's birthday this week, I bought him a strawberry cheesecake, a large one that we can both eat a bunch of slices from. Even though I'm diabetic, I'm gonna enjoy that this week.
It's okay. It's just normal sugar. It's not high fructose corn syrup.
Exactly.
That's cool. That sounds a lot less depressing than a depression cake. I love cheesecake.
Mhm.
What is your favorite kind? Are you a cheesecake fan, or is it like it's his favorite thing?
No, that's me. I mean, we both like it, but
Oh, okay.
I would
What's
say
your favorite type?
my favorite type of cake or just cheesecake.
Just cheesecake.
It's probably strawberry. I mean, that's what I got. That's
Oh,
definitely
okay.
my favorite. Or blueberry. I actually baked the blueberry cheesecake.
I wish that would have had blueberry.
Yeah, I know that would have been great. I literally the many times I've baked, I went to my friend's house. The first attempt I did when I first started getting interested in baking, it was about 14 years ago. I was at my friend's house, my best friend. And I said, I'm going to try this blueberry cheesecake recipe and see if I can make a good cheesecake. I did it in his house, used his oven and everything. Came out perfectly, and we ate it. And ever
That's
since then,
cool.
I just knew I could cook. So,
So did you put blueberries inside the cheesecake, or was it like a topping, or what?
both.
Oh, okay.
And you can make a syrup out of the blueberries by putting sugar and different ingredients in there.
Yeah.
And you can put that on top, and that's what I did.
Okay. I've never made a blueberry one.
You've got to try that. Do you like blueberries?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Well, but strawberry is your favorite, right? That's what you were saying yesterday, I think.
Well, strawberry is my favorite fruit, but as far as cheesecake goes, I think my favorite type of cheesecake is probably Oreo or cookies and cream cheesecake.
I mean, that's okay. I like that, but I don't know. I'm not really a chocolate fan.
Yeah, I don't like just plain chocolate, but I like it mixed in other things. Like I don't eat Oreos by themselves.
Do you
Even
dip them in
dunked in
milk?
milk, I don't.
Oh, you don't
No,
like that?
no.
How about chocolate milk?
I like chocolate milk, and I don't know if I don't know if I've tried that in chocolate milk, but
Do
yeah,
a
Joe
double
says
stuffed.
plain cheesecake.
Yeah. Get a double stuffed Oreo and put it and dip it in chocolate milk.
It's still good for you.
Mm-hmm.
I could try that.
Yeah.
I usually don't like Oreos because I don't like hard cookies. I like Chips Ahoy, the hard ones.
Mm-hmm.
I like the chewy Chips Ahoy, and I
Me
like
too.
softer cookies. But
Yeah,
so that's
I love it.
I don't know.
I love.
But
the
when you put
chewy stuff.
Oreos in cheesecake, they get soft, and it's a lot better. And ice cream too, Oreo ice cream, love that.
Yeah, I like Oreo ice cream. It's delicious.
Yeah,
and then mint chip.
That's the best
Oh,
kind.
Yeah, mint chip. If there was a mint chip cheesecake, I would eat it.
well, you could do a mint chip cheesecake.
Mm-hmm.
I did one where I had a bunch of those Andes mints, like you get from Olive Garden or whatever, but I put a bunch of them on the bottom of the crust and baked the crust, so it was like a layer of chocolate mint on the bottom, and then put the cheesecake on top. So it was like a minty cheesecake.
Nice. So secret shouts that I love to bake, not cook. Bake every cookie: oatmeal, raisin, peanut butter, snickerdoodles, and butter cookies. My favorite cookie is actually oatmeal raisin, so I love that shout out there. And I especially love it when they do like a peanut butter oatmeal raisin. Oh my god.
Wait a minute, peanut butter oatmeal raisin?
Yeah, so you mix peanut butter dough
Oh,
with oatmeal raisin dough. Oh my god. I love peanut butter. You add that in with an oatmeal raisin dough, that's so delicious.
Good.
Hi, Timothy. Yeah. All right, so our next section, this is coming in because we have 15 minutes left, but we also have our biggest segment coming up. I didn't want to do that. We were doing that ahead at the head of the podcast when we were figuring out our new format, but I want to do the
oh
two
yeah.
opinions, the two
Oh yeah. I was
two
like,
sides
wait, well,
two
what do we
sides
have
wanted.
left?
Yeah. So what we have
Yeah.
left is the two opinions. So you came up with a really, really important topic today, and I told you I'm going to argue a side that I don't necessarily agree with, but that I'm going to go ahead and we'll try to have a strong argument for. And today you wanted to talk about men, or not even men, it's just a partner in general, sexual partner who has
Yeah.
undetectable HIV.
Yeah.
And you wanted to see, you're going to argue for the side that both of us would probably agree with, that you should tell your partner. But I'm going to
Yeah.
argue today that I don't think it's medically, or it's just not necessary. So I'm arguing that side today, and I found some strong arguments. So I'm going to argue those.
Okay.
And you go ahead and start, since your position is the more popular one and it's the one that we're both kind of on board with.
Okay. So yeah, things have changed a lot since the advent of PrEP and um those those kind of medications that prevent HIV and prevent the not prevent HIV, but prevent the transmission of HIV. So for a person who has HIV and gets medication to lower lower it enough where it's undetectable, is it still considered is it still should you still tell your sexual partner that you have HIV even though it's undetectable? I say that yes, you have a responsibility that you should tell them. Now, uh, I know not everybody understands the U equals U thing, the undetectable equals untransmittable, but I think you should still tell somebody because anything you have, no matter what kind of STI you have, you have a responsibility to tell the other person before, if you know at least, that you should tell them before you have sex. I think it's just I think I don't know. I just think it's an ethical obligation. And in some cases, well, like Yin Yang was saying, I think legal obligations may include telling, yeah, I don't know if that's, oh, Sturge disappeared. I guess he's not going to be able to argue his opinion because, so I automatically win this one. But yeah, Yin Yang, I think at least it used to be, I don't know, I don't know if it still is, and it may depend on. I don't know if it may vary by state. I don't know if it's like a federal law. I should have looked up the law about it, but I know it used to be like you could be actually prosecuted if you didn't tell someone and they contracted it, and they could like take you to court and stuff like that. I don't know if that's true anymore, and I don't know if that's true everywhere, but anyway, sorry, I was just kind of going on since you were uh,
No,
temporarily
it's fine.
absent.
I thought that the video had actually cut out for both of us and that it had completed our
Oh
thing.
yeah, no,
Um,
I was still here, just rattling on.
no, that's great. And love your side of the argument. I know what you argued because I have a sense of what you were saying because it's both something that both you and I have already said to each
Yeah.
other, like in terms of where we stand on this issue. And like I said, just because I'm arguing the other side doesn't mean I necessarily believe the arguments from the other side, but this is what the other side would say. And I'm going to go ahead and start.
Right.
So you did mention the science of undetectable is untransmittable. So yeah, people cannot sexually transmit the virus, or there's a much lower chance with an undetectable viral load. In traditional ethics, disclosure is mandated to prevent bodily harm, but an undetected person poses zero risk of transmission, so the physical threat is eliminated. Therefore, the ethical obligation to disclose a risk that doesn't exist is fundamentally different than when that would actually be something that you could do. People have the right to medical privacy. They don't have to tell people that they have diabetes or gout or whatever else. So a person's medical history is private. It doesn't impact the safety of the other person. No health risk is present. So sharing this information becomes a matter of personal medical history and not a public safety concern. And like I said, people don't disclose that they have diabetes. They don't disclose that they have like heart disease all the time. Like you don't need that during sex.
Right.
So I mean, also the other reason not to disclose is because some people are still stuck in that mindset of like, oh well, you have HIV, I don't want to have sex with you. You could get discriminated. There's a stigma behind it. People can get outed. Domestic abuse, blackmail by partners who threaten to weaponize their status and tell other people and tell them not to be around them, whatever, just even if they're undetectable. Like that's unnecessary. Consent, I mean, sure. I guess that could be a counterpoint. Like, I guess people could choose not to have sex with somebody who has HIV even if they are undetectable. But at the same time, we're in the age of PrEP. And I get that PrEP doesn't guard against the other potential STIs. Like when you and I were younger, I know there was a bigger stigma around HIV. So now that we better understand the virus, how to treat it, in some cases even cure it, there isn't that stigma anymore. And disclosing irrelevant information to a sexual partner can have unintentional consequences that can be harmful. And even if they're disclosing that in good faith, it's just I don't think it's worth the risk.
Imagine what PrEP does to your liver too. They don't even know.
Yeah, they don't know for
Yeah,
sure.
because pills will all damage your liver just because the way it's processed. Even if it's not a dangerous substance, it still damages your liver.
Mike's coming in with a third voice. Okay, cool. All right.
I heard. Yeah, I heard him.
We all heard him. All right. Yeah, that's my argument. Okay. So I told you I was gonna have to. I found some strong arguments for it. I'm not saying I necessarily agree with them. Like, I don't feel like diabetes is something you can sexually transmit. So that kind of is like a, what do they call it, like a non sequitur. So I feel like saying, oh, people don't tell other people they have diabetes and they have sex. So you don't have to tell that unless you're feeding them sugar on your dick or something. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like,
that's more of like a partner thing. Like, if you don't want your partner to die, you better make sure they take care of it.
Yeah. And then I think we were talking about earlier, Mike. I was saying, like, if I had HIV and it was undetectable, and then, we had sex or whatever, I'd want you to know beforehand, like consent and stuff. Like, if you're in a long-term relationship, if it's just like a casual thing, the expectation isn't there. So I don't know. But anyway,
Yeah.
That's the argument.
Yeah, I can understand like the argument about it being like a stigma and everything, because like it used to be where people would believe when AIDS was still new, people would not want to touch a person with AIDS and they wouldn't want to kiss them or anything like that. Or
drink out of the same cup.
Right.
Mhm.
Kissing, drinking out of the same cup. They weren't sure how it was transmitted and they were afraid. Even after they kind of that stuff was discovered, people still had this mindset where like, oh, I don't want to even risk anything. So I don't want to have anything to do with anybody like that. So yeah.
So my dad, I have a personal story for you, and I told you this the other day. My father had disclosed to his family and to others back in 1997. He had actually tested positive for HIV. He's been living with it for the last 29 years. And taking his medicine and everything. I don't know where his viral load is right now because I haven't talked to him in 10 years. But when I was like in my 20s, which is when I still lived with him and my mom at the time. When this is after we had found out he had HIV. He started doing little things here and there to try to like, I don't know if he was trying to give me HIV, but he was like using my razors and like doing
Oh
all
yeah.
these little things that he was like,
He's nasty.
oh my God. I'm not saying that I was like scared of getting HIV from him. I mean I was, but like it was more like I think he was doing things on purpose to try to see if I would like slip up and like do something. I was like, why would you forever want to stigmatize your son and give him a disease that you have just because you're spiteful of him or whatever? Like
Yeah.
it's disgusting.
It's so stupid.
Yep.
Well,
So yeah, go ahead.
Yin Yang was saying people are afraid of the unknown, and that's kind of true of not just diseases or illnesses, but like there are a lot of people who don't understand the queer community. They don't understand how people can be gay if they're straight and they're very conservative or whatever. They don't get like gay people or trans or anything like that, and so they fear that, and that comes out in the form of hatred and trying to block things that they're trying to do and trying to live. Um, so also Marnie says, I remember Princess Diana hugged and tried to show people it was okay to touch people with it back then
Mhm.
when folks were scared about AIDS and everything. But yeah, I
Princess
remember that
Diana
too.
she was such a caring person, and
Yeah.
oh my God, I always have this. Maybe it's an idolized version of her, but she was always out in their public appearances, and she always seemed to care for those who were like in need and stuff. And she just seemed like a
Yeah.
genuinely good person. It was so tragic when she died. My mom and I were
Yeah.
watching TV when it happened. We started crying. I was so sad. Um, but I'm gonna read the comment really quick that Robes wrote back here. I agree, and I also would not normally just tell them I've had chickenpox either. However, I do believe there are very different situations. Like Sturge said, those are not sexually transmitted yet.
Yeah.
Mhm. Her boyfriend was Muslim. Yep. What was his name?
I don't remember.
Fayed or something. Something Fayed. I can't.
I can't remember either.
So we're coming up on the end of our show now. We did our last segment.
Yeah, we fit it all in.
Yeah, so I want to go ahead and plug really quick before we go. Karaoke tomorrow night for you if you don't have anything going on from 5 or no, 6 to 8, sorry. It's 7 to 9 Central. I mean Eastern. I'm I'm confusing the time zones right now.
Yeah.
And then sometime later this week, I'm thinking Friday, Stefan and I are gonna we're gonna have a live.
Oh, okay. I was just talking
Yeah.
to him about doing another one too.
Mhm. That's cool. That's cool. So do you have anything going on this week? I know you were mentioning some things.
This week I don't have. I had I mean, you were part of one yesterday, and the one with Peter and Ben, and then today.
That was
So
funny.
I don't have any.
I talked to Ben about that. He said you guys were talking about House of the Dragon, Game of Thrones.
Yes, yes. And I had my 3 dragons with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have any other lives scheduled for this week. I think Stefan and I are gonna go live next week sometime. I try to do at least one a week with somebody, and so I've already kind of met that quota for this week. So I'm gonna schedule one with him for next week. But other than that, no, I don't have anything else as far as promoting.
Okay. Well, we're coming to the end here, so let's go ahead and do our famous intro / outro here because we haven't been doing it at the top of the show anymore. So
Right.
I'm the Sturge Writes It Down.
And I'm Brandon Elrich. And this has been Tuesdays
With
2
Gays. I would love to do the 2005 with Yin Yang. That'd be awesome.
I'm doing my 1999th live later today.
That's cool.
YouTube. I was gonna say I haven't seen.
I will check it out. Drop the link somewhere,
Okay.
Yang Yang. You can send it to me or Brandon, and we'll go check it out. All right. Well, guys, it's been fun. It's been an hour, and we're here every week from 4 to 5 Eastern. And next week, I hope you guys come back out here. It was so much fun today, seeing all the comments and all the engagement here.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
and if you have
I got it.
questions,
You can go.
fan mail, you can send us a couple questions and we'll answer it next. Well, but hopefully we'll answer it next week.
Anything. So go ahead and abide to that, and get as nasty as you did this week.
Anything, right? Yeah. All right. Well,
All right.
are we done?
We're done.
We're gonna go. See you later.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming in, everybody.
Happy Bastille Day again, everyone.
Au revoir.